He's been proven absolutely 100% right.
Manchester City have won it in the 7th minute of stoppage time. 5-0 in the end. De Bruyne. Oh, belter!
18 straight wins, a 15-point lead at the top of the Premier League. It's another gorgeous Manchester City goal. 100 records broken and broken again. Purveyors of a game rarely ever more beautiful.
Guardiola indulged in the most joyous of fist bumps, as if to say, look, this philosophy works.
For years, Manchester City under Pep Guardiola has been synonymous with dominance, creativity, and an unparalleled footballing philosophy. From winning a historic treble to redefining how the modern game is played, Guardiola's City has set benchmarks that even the best struggle to emulate. But what happens when the well-oiled machine begins to falter? What's causing the cracks in Guardiola's seemingly impenetrable armor this season? To understand the gravity of the current situation, we must first appreciate Pep Guardiola's record. With a managerial career that includes success at Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City, Pep's trophy cabinet gleams with accolades, multiple league titles, domestic cups, and 2 UEFA Champions League trophies. Guardiola's positional play philosophy, emphasizing fluid passing, positional discipline, and tactical intelligence, has revolutionized football. Since arriving at Manchester City in 2016, he's claimed 6 Premier League titles in 7 seasons, redefined records, and orchestrated what many regard as the best footballing side in Premier League history. Their historic treble-winning season of 2022-23 cemented his place among the all-time greats. Yet, every dynasty faces its challenges, and for City, this season has been uncharacteristically turbulent. A quick look at the Premier League table shows something surprising. Manchester City has struggled to assert their dominance right from the start. They've lost to mid-level teams and had moments of weakness throughout the season. For a club used to such high standards, this drop feels huge. Key players like Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne have missed significant chunks of the season, and their absence has been a major blow for Manchester City. Rodri, often called the backbone of City's midfield, has been sidelined with a long-term injury, leaving the team exposed defensively and struggling to control games as they usually do. On the other hand, Kevin De Bruyne, widely celebrated as the assist king, was unavailable during a critical phase, stripping the team of its creative spark and on-pitch leadership. For a side so heavily reliant on their rhythm and precision, losing 2 pivotal figures has been devastating. Statistically, City's form has been dipped significantly since Rodri's absence. Defensive lapses became more frequent, and their attack seemed less fluid. Without De Bruyne, their midfield seemed less dynamic, struggling to find the killer passes that so often unlock defenses. But is this the full story? Or could these struggles mask a broader, more intentional strategy? Beyond injuries, Manchester City faces a bigger challenge: legal troubles. The club is dealing with over 115 charges from the Premier League for alleged financial misconduct. If proven guilty, they could face serious punishments like points deductions or even relegation. Could their dip in form be intentional? Staying dominant while under such accusations might invite more scrutiny. But a struggling City seems less like a financial powerhouse and more like a team facing tough times. Success often comes at a price. After a grueling treble-winning campaign along with being tagged as the most dominant and successful football club in recent years, Manchester City's players are showing signs of mental and physical fatigue. The intensity required to dominate 3 competitions took its toll, leaving key players struggling to rediscover their peak form. Guardiola himself hinted at this when he spoke about the difficulty of motivating players who had already reached the summit. One of the reasons for City's struggles this season is their heavy reliance on Erling Haaland. Opponents have adapted, often cutting off supply lines to neutralize his threat. Guardiola's usual style, built on teamwork and unpredictability, now seems overly centered on Haaland's individual brilliance, making the team easier to counter. Moreover, the Premier League has never been more competitive. Rivals like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and even Tottenham under new management have upped their game. Guardiola finds himself in uncharted waters, chasing rather than leading. It's easy to get lost in the narrative of crisis, but let's not forget who we're talking about. Pep Guardiola is no stranger to adversity. At Barcelona, he rebuilt after a trophyless season. At Bayern, he adapted to challenges and maintained dominance domestically. At City, he transformed a club known for inconsistency into a global powerhouse. Guardiola's philosophy isn't just about winning, it's about evolution. This season's struggles may well be the crucible that forges the next iteration of Manchester City's dominance. History suggests that when Pep is cornered, he emerges stronger. One bad season does not define a manager of Guardiola's caliber. If anything, it serves as a reminder of the extraordinary standards he's set. As critics write their headlines, Guardiola's mind is undoubtedly working overtime to find solutions. Because that's who he is, a relentless perfectionist, a thinker, a pioneer. Manchester City may be stumbling, but don't mistake this for a fall. And as for Pep Guardiola, legends don't fade. They adapt, they rise again, and they continue to inspire. This chapter in City's story might be challenging, but it's far from the end of the book. What are your thoughts on City's current situation? Let's know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible soccer stories.